This is the door lock actuator for a 2012 Prius. As you can see, this is what it looks like after you take it out. There are plenty of videos on the internet about how to get the actuator out and change it on the internet, so I didn't add that part. It's already been taken out of the door. It's pretty simple process. I don't have really any experience in working with cars, but it was a very simple process. Anyways, there is a way you can change the motor. The motors are about $5 to $10 on the internet. There are several places where you can find the link for the correct motor for your model of car. It's a somewhat difficult process to get in here, and you can actually find off-brand actuators for $20 to $30. So it may be easier to just replace the actuator, but if you want to replace the motor, this will show you how in simple terms. Be careful for this model of the Prius. There are two metal prongs that go into the motor to give it power. It's easy to break those because you have to bend them to remove it and then bend them back. And on one of the actuators that I attempted to fix, it worked. On the other one broke. So if you want to go through all of this difficult process, just know that it may be a little bit tricky to make it work in the end. But here we go. If you do want to know, that's what we're going to accomplish right now. First step you want to do is open this panel right here. It just pries open with a pry tool. Once it's open, you'll see these are easy to remove. They just pry out and pull out. When you put them back in, it goes in this hole, bends down, and snaps in. Same thing for this one. Just comes out. Okay. Next, in order to remove this clamshell, you have to take out 7 screws. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. Then you have to pry this off. There may be a smarter way, but I just had to pry it out. There's a little dent here on the inside on the bottom that holds it in. But I didn't find a way to get access from the outside, so I just pried it out, and then this whole top will come off. The next step I found is that you need to get this little piece off right here on the side, and there's just a couple places there where you loosen and it comes off, and we'll move on to this metal piece. So you can see here after it's pried off, it comes off there right on the side. Now this metal piece, like I said, if you can get in here on the top and start prying, that's how I was able to loosen it. So you can see here after some prying, this comes off like that. And now you're able to take the clamshell off, being very careful with these fasteners, as you don't want the inside parts to drop when you open it. Be slow and deliberate. It takes a while to get all of the parts of the clamshell. It should come off just like this. Be very careful. This is what it looks like on the inside. If you'll see, this is the motor. You just have to take out those 2 clips and we replace it with our new one. If you have an awl, that's a good tool. I don't have one, so I'm using a makeshift tool, but just pry these up. And you'll see the motor will just pop out here. So now the motors come loose. This is what it looks like. And you'll just want to take off this white end here. There's our new motor. And this white end will just slide right back on. There it is. Now it goes back in. Now that the motor's back in, you'll want to put these metal parts back. So here you can see I've put the actuator back together. The top clamshell went back on. This metal part went back in. And then this plastic piece on the side was reattached. All the screws were put back in, and I reattached this protector, this foam protector right here. And you just have to replace these rods in this pocket here, and then it's ready to go right back in the car. And it's as simple as that.